Hello, I'm Helen Hagan, your court reporter.
Thanks for joining us. We're going to get started in a little bit. We'll mute for now to keep you from the chaos.
Well, no, I need to know who's talking. I have no idea who will be talking.
We have. Can you put our names in the chat? Yeah, I'll send our names and titles in the chat over to you. We're going to put everything.
Okay. Thank you.
Or is our staff, so you know who the staff that'll be talking will be.
Okay.
Yeah. I had a I don't know. I have.
But it's 11.
All right, so we are live on Facebook and recording.
But I told him, what's it gonna be? You want to get into college, you're free. I said, does that make sense? When you're a junior, you have to think about next year. So I don't personally think it's a good idea. I just don't, I mean, I understand it, you get further, but you don't really, and it helps them get into that college team, but you can't play.
He's out of town, so Brendan's and Joe's. I am too.
Well, then maybe.
Okay. I'm ready when you're ready.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Brendan O'Brien. I'm the Director of Community and Economic Development for the Broome County Industrial Development Agency.
Are we on the record? Sir, are we on the record?
Yes, we are. Helen, sorry. Yes, we are.
Oh, I had no idea.
It's our court report. It's our for transcription. We are beginning now.
And who are you, ma'am? Who just said we are beginning?
Stacy Duncan, Executive Director of the IDA.
Okay.
You should have all of our contact or our information in the chat.
Yes, I just don't know the face, but I don't know who's.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
If you have not already, please use the sign-in sheet that we have already to identify your name and address. And if you are on the Zoom, if you could please in the chat state your name and your address. And then when the time comes for the public session, just raise your hand and we will identify you as a person to speak when the time comes. The agency is conducting a hearing pursuant to General Municipal Law, Statute 859A, to seek public comment on an application for financial assistance submitted by 4301 Watson Boulevard, LLC, in connection with the proposed development of a new double-loaded corridor apartment building, which will consist of 18 one-bedroom apartments, 38 two-bedroom apartments, 19 three-bedroom apartments, a fitness center, a community room with kitchenette, laundry facilities, an outdoor patio, a playground, an on-site management office, and a maintenance shop to be located at 4301 Watson Boulevard in the town of Union, county of Broome, and state of New York. The acceptance of by the agency does not infer any position on the approval or disapproval of the financial assistance requested. No position will be taken by the agency until the public hearing is concluded. A copy of the application, along with the cost-benefit analysis prepared by the agency, is available for review at the offices of the agency during regular business hours. Notice of this public hearing was published in the Press and Sun Bulletin on February 26, 2023. I request that each person wishing to speak state his or her name, and if you are speaking on behalf of an entity or organization, please identify that entity or organization. Please limit your remarks to 5 minutes. The hearing will remain open until all public comment is recorded. First, I'm going to ask Stacy Duncan, Executive Director of the agency, to explain the tax benefits that have been requested by 4301 Watson Boulevard, LLC. Stacy?
Thank you, Brendan. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Stacy Duncan. I'm Executive Director of the Broome County IDA, Broome County LDC. As Brendan noted, the project listed as 4301 Watson Boulevard LLC is the development team of Conifer Realty and LaChase Construction. The Conifer LaChase team plans to construct a new double-loaded corridor affordable housing complex on the newly demolished site at 4301 Watson Boulevard in the town of Union. The project will create 75 new mixed income apartments affordable to families earning between 30 and 90% of area median income. The 3-story double-loaded corridor elevator building will be approximately 35 feet tall and contain 18 one-bedroom apartments, 38 two-bedroom apartments, and 19 three-bedroom apartments. Vehicular access will be provided off of Watson Boulevard with parking lots on both ends of the building. The central drive connecting the two parking lots will provide a convenient drop-off area in front of the main entrance canopy and doors, providing ADA accessible parking adjacent to the entry. The proposed development will be constructed as a wood-framed structure that will hold all 75 apartments and communal amenities such as a fitness center, community room, kitchenette, laundry facilities, outdoor patio, and playground. There will also be an on-site management office and maintenance shop. 4301 Watson Boulevard LLC has made an application for benefits to the IDA, requesting a standard property tax exemption not exceeding $559,922, a sales and use tax exemption in an amount not to exceed $1,754,866, and a mortgage tax recording tax exemption not exceeding $395,767. 3.5 full-time equivalent jobs will be created, along with 130 construction jobs. The project meets the agency's stated goals of stemming disinvestment in neighborhoods, returning vacant, abandoned, and tax delinquent properties to productive use, and adding to a much-needed housing inventory. That is it.
Thank you, Stacy. Does anyone wish to speak?
Linda Jackson, 290 Franklin Street in Endicott. Stacy, how many years is the pilot going to be for?
The pilot is traditionally determined with affordable projects, the term that's required by the mortgage financing entity. Typically with affordable projects, they're requiring a 30-year pilot.
Feel free to stand up.
I haven't heard anything.
I'm not hearing anything.
What would warrant that?
I cannot hear him.
Why would they get a tax?
Sir, would you be able, our transcriptionist can't hear you. Are you able to?
I don't know his name, or I didn't hear anything he said.
You have to come up closer and state your name and your address.
I'm just wondering, why would they get a tax exemption? Now.
He's breaking up. I
Come up
can't.
and name, address, and speak closer.
We have to transcribe this
We have
and
to
our
transcribe.
transcriptionists can't hear you. That's all.
I'm not.
No, the mic isn't working. Just go right up towards the two.
Yeah, come on right up close to here.
I don't think it's that right. So just go right up there where you see the speaker. Go right up there.
I'm just wondering why would they get a tax exemption? And I don't know why we're here. Why are we here? To just to get the information from you, and that's what they're gonna do.
Yes.
Who am I talking to?
Yes, certainly. My name is Stacy Duncan, so I direct the Industrial Development Agency activities. Whenever we have a project that is seeking benefits from us through financial assistance, through property tax exemptions, we are required by law to host a public hearing to inform the community of the project. And to answer your question, whether it's a market rate or affordable housing project, due to increasing costs of construction and financing, most all of these projects request a financial assistance in the.
But you're not gonna change anything here. That's already gone through.
The application has been reviewed by our board and accepted, which means it's able to move to this step where we are today to do the public hearing. The board of directors will receive the transcript from today's hearing, and then they will vote at a future date to approve the financial assistance. And it has not been approved at this point in time.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, certainly. Can
What's
we
his,
get- do you
what's
mind-
his name? I can't hear anything. Did it go mute?
No. Joe Papa, is it P-A-P-P-A?
No, PAPA.
P-A-P-A, Joe Papa, P-A-P-A.
Okay, thank you.
Also, it's hard
Oh, okay.
to hear.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And the mic right there is working, so you come on up to the mic when you're ready. Yep, well, step right up. Take your name and address, please.
Tom Augustini, 70 Martin Avenue, Johnson City.
I didn't hear I didn't hear his name.
Can you put it in the chat?
Yeah, she'll put it in the chat for you to see.
Is there an estimate on the number of K through 12 students that would be residing in that facility?
Not currently.
Not currently. So is that something that can be gathered, or like, does the developer have an estimate?
I'm not sure.
No, I would not say they would have that information until they've begun a process of leasing.
Okay. And then the document that was referenced on the property tax abatement, who does that analysis?
Through the pilot,
Yeah.
the pilot analysis.
Yeah.
That is done in coordination with the assessor's office, the IDA, and the developer, and they're fine. And with affordable, typically, if you're pursuing an affordable project, if you're pursuing programs through New York State or some traditional lenders with affordable projects, they will require a pilot because of the rent restrictions, the pilot, they need that to make the project cash flow.
Right, there's not enough.
Right.
Okay, and then what's the timeline for the project?
The town of Union has already declared lead agency for seeker. The intent for lead agency for seeker. The timeline we've received from the project developer is that they will begin the process of planning approvals, zoning and planning approvals, March and April. They have started geo testing, Conifer La Chase, they have started geo testing on site. They have site access because we have an option for purchase. So we anticipate they will begin a formal application to the town likely in April. They will apply to New York State Homes and Community Renewal for the tax credit program. The delay, not the delay, but the process with New York State will typically take a few months to review. So they are planning to provide their application sometime this spring as well.
Gotcha, so then they apply to the state for tax credit financing, and then it takes how long usually for the state to give an answer?
A few months. I never like to determine how long New York State's going to take on anything, but yes, so.
And then say it's not granted, they have another bite at the apple, then I'm assuming they can keep applying until they're successful?
They can, however, the IDA, we are in an option for purchase agreement. We can also, at the time of expiration, the IDA can determine a path forward as well if we wanted to continue or not continue. So,
Okay.
but they're still within their option period, so they've got time to apply and wait that process out.
So their application and then the fate of the application will all be answered before the option
Yes.
expires.
Correct.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Can I just know his name so in case it,
Tom Augustini.
It's in the chat for the Zoom as well.
yes, but sometimes, yeah. Okay.
Tom Augustini, Town of Union. is
Okay,
his-
okay, and then you put in his question, okay.
Mhm.
Okay, because sometimes the chats are gone after the hearing and then I don't have access to them.
I have the meeting being recorded, so I'll be able to download the transcripts and send it to you as well, so you'll have them.
Okay, so it's also being recorded and I'm recording it.
What we are required by New York State to record all of our meetings. To live stream them and record. But we also are required to provide a transcription to our board.
Okay.
Any comments from anybody else?
There's no one on Zoom other than than Helen.
Okay, so if we have no one else, I'm going to call this public hearing to a conclusion. And I'm going to request that the notice of public hearing, affidavit of publication, letter to the taxing authorities, the affidavit of mailing, and the affidavit of posting be made a part of the record of this proceeding. And if anyone else wishes to submit anything in writing, those comments will also be included in the record and provided to the board of directors of the agency before any decision is made on this application. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you all.